popular as well. So this is the end of our Uniting the Elements course we've been doing for the past 7 weeks. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? I hope you've enjoyed it. And it's been interesting for you as well as insightful as well. It's been great for me putting something together, and actually I hope you've had a chance to look at the little booklets that go with it as well, because I really enjoyed writing them. So this is the final module, which is Uniting the Elements. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the elements united and how we can work with the different elements they work in opposites or they work in pairs a lot of the time. So for example, if somebody's got a lot of water or an imbalance of water in their element, what you would do is use practices that are connected to fire. So you would create some steam, some heat in the body. So you could do like the sun salutation or something like that, and that would shift that energy, or it could shift that energy and help to relieve that feeling stuck or stagnant or a bit swamped, as you could be if you had an imbalance of the water element in your system. The same way, if you feeling a bit overwhelmed or bogged down and you've got lots and lots of tasks going on, it's a bit like carrying mountains around on your shoulders. So that kind of manifests as having too much earth. So in this case, what you can do here is breathe some air into it. So you could go and take a walk in nature, take a walk up high up and see things from a fresh perspective, clear your head. And then, or you could do some writing, some journaling to get to the heart of the matter, and maybe a bit of movement, and that can help shift that heavy earthy feeling. That's just a couple of things that I thought I could share with you. So I'm going to read a little bit from the book before we get started. So the elements are always striving for balance and harmony. Too much or too little of an element can present itself in the form of imbalance. We may experience the imbalance in the physical body in the form of health concerns. In the mind, we may experience feeling overwhelmed or mental tension. Emotionally, we may be blocked, overly emotional, or feeling disconnected from our environment or friends. There could be a creative block or just a lack of energy or motivation. The elements interact together, they are interrelated, and they each have a relationship with each other. Earth and water feed each other. Earth relates to the physical body. Water relates to the emotions and creativity. Air and fire feed each other, like oxygen fueling a campfire. Fire relates to passions and enthusiasm, and air relates to thoughts and matters of the heart. Too much air and not enough water can leave a person feeling ungrounded. So we've learned that the earth element, we find it in the physical body, and it's about feeling at home in your physical body. And it relates to the muscles, your skeletal system, and the elimination system, so letting go. Water found in your emotions, relationships and creativity, and that's generally found around the hips and pelvis, reproductive and the urinary system. The fire element relates to motivation and enthusiasm, solar plexus and digestive organs. And air is the matters of the heart, the lungs, and it relates to your self-expression. And then space and ether is that openness and that universal connection, the throat and the spaces in and around the organs and within the body. And the elements also relate closely to the Vedic chakra system that we talk about a lot in yoga. Your Muladhara, your base, your Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna Center, and Sahasrara Chakra. So they all interplay with the elements. So I have presented that to you. I hope that's a bit of food for thought. We're going to do some movements this evening that bring all the elements into balance. So I'm going to invite you to come up to your feet, and we shall begin moving. Lovely. We're going to begin by coming to Tadasana Mountain Pose. So just bring your feet to hip distance. And it's going to work up from the ground, from the earth. We'll just begin by giving your feet that. Let's take off the leg ones. Feel the feet, feel your toes, and feel the ground beneath your feet. Really press down into each one of your toes, your heels. Feel the body's connection to the earth, the boundary of your body, the soles of your feet. I'm going to begin by drawing that earth energy, that stability into the feet, the ankles, keeping your joints soft but strong. Allow the awareness to rise up through your legs, just gently tightening the muscles in your legs. Breathe out. Arc your pelvis to neutral. And just allow the hips to relax into that water element, fluidity and flow. Take a deep breath down into the belly, into the solar plexus, into that fire element. And allowing your awareness to rise up to the chest, to the lungs. Just gently lifting the sternum as if you're lifting the heart. Shoulders lift up towards your ears, circle your shoulders back and down. And just lower your chin down towards your chest. Lifting the head up, opening out, throat center, element of air. And then as you breathe, notice the spaciousness in your body. And so you've been held in that space around you. Then we're just going to take the awareness back down towards the feet. Just start giving your feet a little bit of a tap. Bit stampy on the ground. It's waking up the body's energy system. And then let your feet relax back down. Take your awareness onto your left leg, lean your weight into your left foot. Pop your hands on your hips for balance. Lift your right foot, circle your toes around. Your toes a bit of a stretch out. And we're going to move through the body, giving it every muscle, every bone a bit of a shake. So loosen up your toes. Ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, the heel. Into the ankle. Into your calf muscle. Up through the knee, into the quad. Give that quad muscle a nice shake out, loosen up into your hips. And let your leg relax for a second. Bring your knees closer together and then lift that knee up in front, squeezing into your glutes. Take your leg to the side and down. And we're just going to repeat that a few times, circling the knee, opening out the hips. So we've traveled from the earth into that water element. And then place your foot back down. Ooh, take your weight into your right leg, lift your left foot, circle your toes around. So do use the wall to support you if you need it, or you can find something to focus your gaze onto. And then give your foot a shake, beginning at your toes. Ball of the foot, the arch, the heel, the ankle, calf muscle, into the knee, into the quad, the hip. Lifting that knee up in front, squeeze into your glutes. Take the leg to the side. And And just repeat that a few more times. Put your foot down. Pop your hands onto your hips, circle your hips a few times. Enjoy that beautiful flowing movement. And notice how it affects the whole of your spine, nourishes the discs in your back. And then come back to standing. Take your awareness down into your right hand. Give your fingers a bit of a stretch out. And give your hand a shake. Feel it flow through each one of your fingers. Through your thumb. Into your first finger. Into your middle finger. The ring finger and your little finger. Lovely. So each one of the digits on the hand, each one of your fingers and your thumb all relate to the different elements. And the thumb is your fire element. We'll take that awareness into the palm and into the wrist. The first finger is the air element. Middle finger's ether. Ring finger's earth. And your little finger is the water element. We're going to do a mudra at the end that connects each one of them. Feel it flow up into your elbow and your bicep. Separate your feet. Give the arm a shake down towards the ground. Let your arm relax down there now. Notice any tingling sensation. Let your awareness coming towards your breath. I'm just going to steadily stand back up and just circle your shoulder back a couple of times. Just easing out that shoulder joint. Feeling the breath in the lungs as you lift. Lovely. Let that arm relax down. And then we'll repeat on the left side. So give your fingers a stretch out. And again, giving your hand a shake. Feel the thumb loosen up. Fire. Index finger, the air element. Middle finger, the ether, that's spaciousness. Ring finger, earth. And little finger, water. Take it into your palm. Your wrist. Forearm. Elbow. Coming up to your shoulder. Separate your feet. Give your arm a shake down towards the ground. And just feel as though that earth, that solid mass beneath you, is absorbing anything you don't need. Any tension, tiredness, any feelings of being overwhelmed, lack of energy. Let it all go. And then let your arm just relax for a few moments. Take a few nice big deep breaths in and out. And then we're going to slowly stand up. Circle your shoulder back a couple of times. So finding some space in that shoulder joint in your ribs. Okay. Bring your feet a bit closer together. Lift both shoulders up towards your ears. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Sink down into your knees. And we'll just circle the shoulders a couple of times. This is great for losing those mountains that you were, hang on a second, let me remember my little quote. Those mountains you were carrying, you were only meant to climb them. I always think that's a nice quote. Let the arms relax down, give your whole body a shake out, loosen up. This. Okay. I'm going to do an activation today, and I've called it E for energy. So you're going to start off with your hands over on the right hand side, and we're just going to sweep the hands across towards the left. Lift all the way up as if you're making a big letter E. Sink all the way down towards the ground, to the earth, and then lift back up again, going back to the right. Sweep across to the left. Breathe in, lift all the way up. Now this time I'm going to go to the left and sweep to the right. So across, lift up, big breath in as you lift up, down towards the earth, towards the right. Sweep. Breathe in, lift in, all the way down. Oh, I've gone too far. Towards the left and then back across to the right. You knew what you were doing then. All the way up, down, come to the right and across to the left. Big breath in, sinking down. Left. And we just get into that beautiful flow. And it really helps to stretch out the sides of the body, boost your motivation, gets your energy moving. I always feel as though it's a bit like you wiping something clear, like you're clearing a lens or a window. Big breath in, sweep up, sink down, open your hips and across. Just a couple more. Gets the heart rate going as well. And then we'll do a couple of letter O's. You just keep going around, softening into it. And we'll pause up at the top and go the other way. This time pausing with your arms up overhead. Walk your feet closer together. Breathe in, reach up, nice big stretch up, lifting the sternum and fold forwards and down. Come down into a forward bend. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax. Softening as you relax down there. Stacking one vertebra on top of the other as you rise up, taking the hands back up through the midline. Breathing in as you lift the arms up, lengthening the spine into that space above, flowing back down. And just repeating that a couple of times. It's warming the spine through. And sinking down. Final time. This time when you come down towards the ground, just pause. Then walk your feet, so you've got a nice wide stance. Hold your elbows, just swing between your two big toes. Stretching out your hamstrings. And then turn both of your toes outwards on both of your feet. The heels are in, your toes are pointed out. I'm just going to rise back up. So you come back up into a nice wide stance. We're going to cross the arms over in front. We're going to move through a breath of Arjuna. First of all, really focusing on the physical body. So we're going to really sink down, crossing the arms over. Breathing in as you rise up. Breathe out as you sink. Just one more. So we're going to move through what's called the koshas. And the koshas relate to the elements. And our aura is made up of 5 layers. The densest layer being what's called Annamaya Kosha, our physical body. So just step your feet in a tiny, tiny bit. And as you sink down now, sink down into your knees. Really feel the muscles, bones in your legs, your arms, and that stretch. Notice the physicality of the movement. I'm going to take a journey in through each layer. So this first layer relates to your earth, your body. Now this time your hands come down by your sides. Just take your feet in a tiny bit more. You can be facing forwards now. And we're going to move into that second layer, which is the body's vital energy, the layer we call pranamaya kosha. This relates to the water element. And as you move in this way, you notice your breath. Arms lifting on that inhalation. And on the exhalation, the arms descend down. Notice that flow from the base of the spine, flow of energy moving up through your body. It's expansion into your lungs. And then we move a little bit deeper still. Bring your feet in a little bit closer. And continue moving with the arms. And just really softening the knees. And we move into the next layer, which is called the Manamaya Kosha. This relates to the fire element. Notice what's going on in your mind, any thoughts. And just feeling inviting in a quality of expansion, of openness. Notice any sensation in the arms, the hands, the breath moving down towards the belly. And then we'll take the feet in a little bit further to hip distance so they come. And we'll just continue moving again. And I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And we move into the layer of the mind, the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Just listening to your inner wisdom. In a sense of connection to all that is. Being present in this present moment. And then the final layer is the layer of bliss, the Anandamaya Kosha. And I'm going to invite you just to bring your hands down by your sides and just close your eyes for a few moments. This layer is discovered in those moments of stillness. And in quiet, in those peaceful places. Space between breath. Pause between thoughts. In Anandamaya Kosha. Inviting you to bring your hands together in front of your heart just for a couple of moments. Okay. Drawing your hands apart now. I'm going to create a mudra with the hands. And to do that, you're going to roll in your middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. And then place your thumb across them. So your index fingers are just pointing outwards. And then we're going to bring the left hand in front of the chest and then the right hand. And then with your right foot, you're going to lift your right heel and place your right heel against your left ankle. And then really feel the muscles in your legs. Your knee can turn out to the side. You can squeeze into your glutes if you wish. And just feel a nice softness in the body. So we're going to move through a couple of movements of the mudra energization sequence. So just taking a nice big deep breath in. And breathe out. And then with your next in-breath, we're going to step out to the right side and lift both of the arms upwards. So breathing in, stepping out. You're going to fold forwards from the hips. Point your fingers down towards the ground. Let your abdomen rest towards your thighs and lift the fingers so the fingers are pointing up towards the sky. So point the fingers back down towards the earth. We're going to sweep the arms all the way up so the arms pointing upwards. Bring your right heel back in towards your ankle. And then lower your heel down as you bring your left hand in front. That's it. We're going to step out to the left side now, breathing in as you lift the arms up. Breathe out, flow forwards, down, letting go as you move closer to the earth. Pointing the fingers down towards the earth and then lifting the hands all the way up so the fingers point up towards the sky as you come back up into your standing position. Let your shoulders relax. And you recognize that you have all the inner resources that you need within you to achieve whatever may be in your heart. Bring your left heel down, bring your right hand across, right arm across, sweep across, breathe in. Big breath in, feeling into that air element, sweep down, let go. Lovely. We're going to point the fingers down and then all the way up so your arms are straight up above your head. Right heel comes in towards the right ankle. Right, bring your heel down, left arm comes in front, breathe in as you step out. Big expansion, stepping out to the left. Lovely, perfect. Sweep down, let go. And then rising back all the way back up. Heel comes towards the ankle. You're going to bring your left heel down. You're going to release your mudra so your palms are stretched out. You're going to give each one of your fingers a real stretch out. Lovely. We're going to fold forwards and come down into a forward bend. And it's as though you're planting anything down into the earth. You're balancing and harmonizing each one of those energy centers of the elements within your body. I'm going to lift all the way up as if you're lifting something very precious from the earth, and take your hands all the way up above your body. Reach up. And we're going to turn towards the right side now and create a circle on the right side of the body, sweeping that arm down and lifting back up again. Lovely. Turn towards the left, that arm sweeps down. And we're just going to repeat that a couple of times. It's a lovely buoyant movement. Hands moving through that space. And you're releasing whatever you don't need. Letting go. Feel that movement in your hips. A lovely twist. Beautiful. And then one more on that left side. Reaching back up. Lovely. Flowing forwards, back down towards the earth. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax. And then slowly, slowly, slowly rising back up, coming back to your Tadasana. Feeling the legs firmly anchored to the ground. Spaciousness in the heart, chest. And a feeling of space in the mind. Leaning your weight now into your left leg. You're going to bring your hands in front of your body. Your right leg is going to lift up as if you've got a thread attached to your knee. We're going to step out and expand into the space around. Bring your right heel down onto the mat. Adjust your feet. And then we're going to sink right down towards the earth, towards that earth element. You're going to lift up whatever stability, strength from the earth, taking it through the line of the hips. Breathe down into the belly. Turn your hands up just about the level of the heart, and then sink down, lifting the arms up above the body. Straightening your legs now, allowing the arms to open out, sternum lifts. Feel as though you're open to that guidance from the universe, from the cosmos. Lovely. Sink down into your knees, let your hands come closer together overhead. And then you're going to draw back down towards your heart as you straighten your legs. Okay, you're going to turn your hands upwards just in front of the belly. And this is where we ignite in a fire. You're going to send your hands out towards the right side and lift your hands around. Create that circle around like we did in that letter O earlier. Take your hands around, pause back at that right side and breathe that fire as if you're breathing it back into your belly. Bring your right foot back in. Hands point upwards. Take your weight onto your right leg now. We're going to take the hands down. The left leg is going to lift up. Breathe in, step out towards the left. Bring your heel down. Feel anchored to the earth. Sink down towards the earth. Lifting that stability and strength up through each of those elements. Breathe into the belly. Breathe out. Lift up from the heart. Straighten your legs, open the arms up. Lovely. Bend your knees, let the hands come closer together. Draw down that guidance up above. Turn your left foot towards the left, offering out, lifting your hands around. Take that circle around. Breathe in and breathe that fire back into your belly. Breathe in that enthusiasm. Bring your left foot back in. We're just going to repeat this a few times. So weight comes onto that left foot. Right leg lifts up in front. Moving with the breath, expanding out. Anchoring down, sinking down to the earth, lifting. Up through the hips. Lift up from the heart. Beautiful stretch through the spine. Arms open out, sternum lifts. Lovely. Sink into your knees, hands fairly close overhead, draw back towards your heart, down to the level of the belly and out to the right. And you're going to lift it all the way around. A breath, breathing that air in, igniting that inner fire. Right foot comes in, take your weight onto your right, we're going to lift up. You're doing great. Moving with the breath, step out to the left. Sink to the earth. That stability, strength, drawing up whatever you need, that flow through the water element. Hands come to the chest and you lift. Lovely. Straighten the legs. Arms open, and then you bring in the hands closer together and we guide them back down towards the level of the abdomen. Ignite that inner fire, lift. Move with the breath, flowing with it, and finally breathing it back in. Arms face upwards. And you just close your eyes for a few moments, standing in this place of balance, harmony, strength, stability, fluidity, flow, zest for life and enthusiasm renewed. And then let your fingertips connect. So you let your thumbs, so your little fingers come to connect. Ring fingers, middle fingers, index and thumb. So the fingertips are all pressed together and the thumbs point towards the heart. Let your shoulders relax and just stand for a few moments. You gently press the fingertips together, like your palms come together and the wrists come together, so the hands come into the Namaste Anjali Mudra. Now you're going to keep your thumbs together and your little fingers together and let your hands open up into that lotus cup. And into your lotus cup, place into it anything at all, whatever may be something you want to invite into your life, something you want to release. And all we're going to do is take a breath in. And on your out breath, you can sink into your knees and offer that lotus up. The very best of yourself. Then allow that lotus to close and just guide your hands back down towards your heart. Take a breath in. Allow that lotus to open, and then we're going to sink down again, sinking back into your knees. Beautiful. Bring your thumb and your first finger together. And then straighten your legs, create that circle all around, seal in that energy, seal in that wisdom. Your hands just relax down by your sides. Just take a few moments to breathe. And balanced. Harmonize each one of the elements. In balance. And invite you to come down onto your mat. Come down into crocodile pose. You just come down to lay on your tummy. First of all, and separating your feet as wide as you can comfortably. Placing one arm down, the other arm on top, and forehead rests onto your arms. And in your crocodile pose, the invitation is to move through each one of those elements. Element of earth, in the feet, the legs, the base of the body. Breathing into that part of the body and allowing it to feel supported. Relaxing the muscles, the bones. Breathing now into the hips, into the reproductive organs. Allow it to balance the emotions. Just taking that pause. And then moving a little bit further along the body into the belly. Into that fire element. Breathing into the belly, allowing the belly to relax. Release the pressure. Allowing that water element to flow up through the body. And then into the chest, the element of air. Into the arms, the shoulders. And then noticing the throat, hearing the sound of your breath as it moves through that space. And just taking a few moments. Be here now in this place. And then just beginning to move your feet and walk them closer together. And place your hands down underneath your shoulders and lift your hips back to join your heels. So you're coming into that pose of a child. Arms, first of all, stretched out in front. And then bringing your hands back in by your ankles, palms facing upwards. And then when you're ready, slowly, slowly, slowly making your way back up. Just come to sit for a moment or two. Hoping you feel nicely balanced, stretched and strengthened, and everything's feeling a little bit more centered. So we're going to work with the seated twist pose. Seated twist pose draws the awareness up through each one of those energy centers, through each one of those elements. But we're going to do a few different things to prepare the body before we move into it. And I'm going to teach it in 3 stages as well. So there's always going to be an option where you feel comfortable. So there's no pressure to move into that final pose. You can take time to build your strength up before moving into it. So the first thing we're going to do is bring your feet out in front with your knees bent and have your hands by your sides, and we're just going to move the knees one way and then the other. So movement, easing out your hips, but you're also massaging those sitting bones, which again is that connection to the earth. And then cross, if you are comfortable crossing your legs, you can cross your legs. If it's uncomfortable to cross your legs, you can actually do this, the part of this with your legs stretched forward, because the movement is actually coming from the spine. It's the spine that we want to be moving. So if it is uncomfortable for you to sit with your legs crossed, you can have your legs stretched out. I think what I'll do is I'll just do you a couple of demonstrations so you know what it looks like. So just watch me for a few moments before we move into it. Stage 1. So I'll just do a little demonstration of the other 2 stages. So just watch me for a few seconds. There we go. So there are your 3 stages. So what we're going to do is move the spine 1 vertebra at a time, and each of your movements, I invite you to move with your breath. So there's a little bit of a lift up and then move as you exhale. So it might take several breaths to get into the twist. So if you want to have your legs crossed, you can. If you want to have your legs stretched out, that's also possible. Sit first of all with a nice long straight back. Take your shoulders back and down and feel anchored down through your sitting bones. You're going to lift up your left arm and place your left hand onto your right knee. Your right arm is going to come around and you're just going to place your right hand just behind your right hip. And then breathe in, lifting the sternum. And then just begin moving from the base of the spine. So you're turning to look over your right shoulder. But just take several breaths to get there. And then once you arrive towards your neck, you want to turn your head so you're looking over your right shoulder. And you can even let your gaze look over your right shoulder as well. Beautiful. I'm just going to stay here for a moment or two. With your focus upon your breath. And then to lift up out of it, just lift your right arm up, glide it back around. And your hands back through to the front. And then just pause for a moment or two. Notice how you feel. Sinking into that final element, the element of space. Okay, moving to the other side now. Lift your right hand up. Place your right hand onto your left knee. Lift your left arm up and place it around so it's just on the outside of your left hip. Okay, breathing in, lifting the sternum and then beginning to twist one vertebra at a time. So eventually you're turning to look over your left shoulder. Really feeling anchored and rooted down through those sitting bones. Body feels relaxed. And the breath allows you to move a little bit more on each exhalation. Beautiful. Lifting your left arm up as you breathe in. And breathe out. The arm comes back around. And then a little bit more prep. So we're just going to continue just a few movements one way and then the other. Okay. So stage 2. So stretch both of your legs out to the, if you put them towards the right side to begin with, give them a tap onto the mat. And you're going to lift your left leg up first of all and place your left foot on the outside of your right knee. And make sure your sitting bones are nicely anchored down. You can always place a bit of a cushion underneath one of your sitting bones if it's feeling a little bit like it's flying. And place your hands onto your knee and then just recline back a little way. Draw your knee in towards your abdomen and you want to try and sit with a nice straight back. Bring your right arm around so it just hooks around that knee just to hold everything nice and snug so your leg is massaging your digestive organs. You're going to lift your left arm up. And then as you breathe out, just let that arm glide around, placing your hand down on the outside of your left hip. So same principle as before, breathe in, lift the sternum, and then as you breathe out, just start moving from the base of the spine, one vertebra at a time. And then eventually, the head will turn and you'll be looking up over your right shoulder. Staying very, very soft. If it feels good for you, you could even close your eyes. Focus your awareness upwards, pointing towards the space between your eyebrows. Come out of it now by taking a breath in and letting your left arm lift. Breathe out as that arm comes back around. Placing your hands down either side of your hips. Bending both of your knees. And then we just do a few of those windshield wipers. Squeeze out your hips. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So I'm just turning so I can see you. You're going to bring your right foot over this time. Place your right foot on the outside of your left leg. Hands go onto your knee. Recline down, draw the knee in towards your abdomen, lengthening your spine. Bring your left arm around. Lift your right arm up. And as you breathe out, glide the arm around. Hand is on the outside of your right hip. And then using the breath. In breath creates space. Out breath allows you to create that twist. This shape massages all the internal organs, bringing a fresh blood supply, nourishment, your physical body. Energy rises up, bringing balance and harmony. Let your head turn so you're looking over your right shoulder. And then hear the sounds of your breath. Closing your eyes. That feels comfortable for you. And let that right arm lift up now. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, the arm glides around. Hands down by your sides, knees bent. Easing out your hips. Okay. Stage 3. Lifting your left foot back up over your right leg. And if it feels comfortable for you, you're going to bend your right leg so your foot faces behind, but check your sitting bones are still down. You're going to place your hands onto your knee, do your slump, so you draw that knee in towards your belly, pop your arm around, check your back's nice and long. You're going to lift that left arm up and let that arm just glide around, placing your hand down. That does the support for you. Okay, moving with the breath, breathing in as you lengthen your spine, and as you breathe out, begin twisting. Tiny, tiny, subtle movements. Head to turn, you're looking over your left shoulder, and even let your eyes look towards the left. Try and create a little bit of space between your chin and your shoulder, drawing that left shoulder back down towards the shoulder blades. And a sense of clarity and openness. Visualize a spiral of energy moving up from the base of the spine. And allowing the crown of the head to lengthen. You can come up out of it whenever you're ready, letting the left arm lift up as you breathe in and glide the arm back towards your knee. Untangle your legs. Place your feet on the mat and Move your knees from side to side. Final twist. So your right foot's going over the top. Your left leg is going to bend, so the left foot's facing behind. Check you've got your sitting bones down. Bring your knee in towards your chest, spine's nice and long. Left arm hooks around. Breathe into length and take your right arm around by your hip. And then taking that breath in, lifting the sternum. And every exhalation, you just begin to twist. Allowing your eyes to close. That visualization of that spiral, the spiral of energy. Be light. Moving up through your body, nourishing the organs, the cells, the tissues. And balance elements within your body. Clearing the mind. Balancing the emotions. Igniting the inner fire. Releasing creativity. Flowing through life's challenges. Moving its obstacles. Allow your right arm to lift now. You breathe in and then glide that arm back around to the front. Release your legs. Final windshield movement. And then I'm going to invite you just to slowly lower yourself down onto your mat. And we're just going to rest in the constructive rest pose, which is just your knees pressed together and your hands on your belly just for a couple of moments. So your feet are as wide apart as what's comfortable. Knees are just pressed together, hands just resting on your belly. And just feeling into that element of space, the Akash, the ether. And we explore that fifth element in those moments of quiet. That feeling of spaciousness. It's the element that holds the other four elements. And then sliding your feet away. We're just going to have a few moments where you just let the energy within your body settle. And to do that, just bring your knees in towards your chest, circle your knees around a few times. And just eases out your hips. Nourishes the digestive organs, gets everything massaged. And then slide your left leg away, hold your right knee, just press your right knee down towards your chest. Breathe out as you apply a little bit more pressure. And then circle your knee a few times, one way and then the other. We bring both knees in for a second. Just have another little rock from side to side. Then you can slide your right leg away, circle your left knee a few times. And then press that knee down towards you. Breathe out as you apply a little bit more pressure. And then slide both legs away. Make your toes roll out to the sides. If you've got a blanket or some nice cozy socks, you might want to pop your socks on or pull the blanket over you. And get yourself ready for a delicious 5-element relaxation. So just easing yourself down and allowing your body, your physical body, to feel the support of the ground beneath you, feeling the support of that earth, strength and stability. Feel down into that strength and stability by just gently pressing your body down towards the ground. So pressing your heels down, backs of the knees, hips, arms, and breathing into that strength. And as you breathe out, simply soften. Notice the flow of the breath being drawn into your lungs, down into your belly. As you breathe out, feel the warmth of the breath. Take your awareness down into your right leg now. And draw in the toes on that right leg so you feel all the muscles, the back of the calf, into the quad, and even squeeze into the glute on the right side. Breathe in. Breathe out, point your toe. Breathe in again. And as you breathe out, soften that leg and let your toes just roll out to the side. Do the same on the other side. Breathe in as you draw the toes in, tightening the calf muscle, the quad, and even the glute. Breathe out, point the toes. Breathe in, draw the toes in. And as you breathe out, let your toes roll out to the side. Check that both of your legs feel super relaxed. Coming up now to the level of the hips and the sacrum. Gently massage that part of the body by pressing down towards the coccyx. And then rocking back towards the top of the sacrum. And then rock towards the right hip and towards the left hip. Each part of the sacrum feels a sense of softness. Breathe in now, lifting pelvic floor muscle. And as you breathe out, soften, relax, release, let go. So you're releasing any creative blocks, emotional blocks. Taking a deep breath down now, as if you're breathing down into the belly. Feel that part of the body expand as you breathe in. And soften as you breathe out. Breathing now down, expanding the ribs as if you're expanding the ribs out to the sides. Feel that air in your lungs and soften, release. Notice the rise and fall of the chest, the sternum as you breathe. Stretch down into your fingertips. Stretch the fingers. And then stretch each one of the fingers away from the palm. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let the fingers curl. Adjust your arms if you need to. Turning the head to the left side and the right side a couple of times. And then slow the head down. Let the head really slow down. And then come up towards your face and move the jaw. Release any tension that's settled into the jaw. Move the tongue. Scrunch your eyes up, smile, frown. Do whatever feels good to release any tension from the face. And then move your eyebrows. So you move the forehead. And then invite the face to be still. Moving now to a subtlety, a more subtle way of being. Noticing your breath. It's gentle, cool. Feeling as you inhale. The softness of the breath. And let your awareness come back towards your feet and your legs. And imagine that you're standing in the softest grass. Gentle earth beneath your feet. And the grass feels soft and nourishing. Beautiful feeling you get when you walk in nature. You feel nurtured. Breathe in that delicious feeling now into your feet and into your toes, allowing it to expand. into your ankles, your shins, your knees, your calves. Breathing it in and breathing it out. It soothes the knees, it soothes the quads, the bones in your legs, the fascia, the tissues, cells, muscles. It's a feeling of strength and stability, and a feeling of being nurtured by Mother Earth. Moving up now into the hips. Breathing a fluidity. A spaciousness. And the hips feel relaxed and at ease. And breath finds its way deep down into the pelvis. And the reproductive organs are soothed. The back of the body, the sacrum. And there's a spaciousness here. You feel calm, soothed and relaxed. Breathing now into the belly. Vibrant energy here of expansion, digestive organs, solar plexus, motivations boosted, enthusiasm, having a steady pace in life, taking your time. Can you feel that space now in your chest and in your lungs? What center feels balanced? You can breathe easily. Quality of taking time for yourself, looking after yourself. And the air element is balanced within you. And then you come up towards the throat center to the neck. Your mind's eye. And visualize a beautiful autumnal day. There's a gloaming light. See the sun shining through the remaining tree leaves. There's colour all around. The wind playfully dances with the leaves. And you see the sunlight glistening on a puddle. All is well. Just invite you to spend a few moments just resting here in this place of balance and harmony. We're going to begin to reawaken the body now. Let that reawakening begin at the crown of the head. See the light of the sun, that warmth and energy. See the sun rays shimmering and radiant. Breathe in that light, breathe in that radiance. Allow it to pour down over the face and down through the central column of the body. And as this light flows through you, it energizes you and revitalizes you on all levels. The elements within you, around you, harmonized. Moving your fingers and your toes, having a smile, and that light reawakens the eyes. Travels down into your arms, into your hands, down into the very core of your being, filling you up with vitality and fresh energy, down into the legs, into the feet, into the toes, and just start stretching and moving now. Moving in a way that's just perfect for you. Just reawakening in your own way. There's no rush. You might want to turn over onto one side. And just have that vision of yourself sitting back up. See yourself sitting peacefully. Slowly moving, allowing your body to re-emerge. And when you're ready, just bringing your hands together, slowly rubbing your hands together. Placing your palms over your eyes. Your eyes open into your palms, give your forehead a tap on your eyebrows, and your jaw. Give yourself a dust up. And give yourself a big hug. Hands come together in front of you. And then we're going to finish our elemental yoga course with a mudra. Now, bring the backs of your hands together with your little fingers facing forwards. And then you're just going to interlace your little fingers. And then interlace your middle fingers. And then interlace your index fingers. And then with your ring finger and your thumbs, you're just going to place them together. Okay, perfect. And then bring your hands down towards your heart. And just close your eyes for a few moments. And you may notice your breath deepens. Brings awareness to your heart, bringing into balance each one of the elements. And releasing the mudra whenever you're ready. You just bring your hands round, your hands come back to Holy Mudra. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. So I do hope that you've enjoyed the elemental yoga course. And it's been an absolute pleasure. I've got some more news